What is going on, everyone? We're back.
We're back.
Trying this again for the 900th time. A Hair's the Scoop episode with Julia, who's she's like my everything, Julia. You're my everything.
Man, you're my everything.
Oh my God, thank you. Everyone thinks we're married. Everyone thinks that you abuse me.
You posted a video saying, meet my new wife.
Yeah.
Why would they not think we're married?
And I also post a lot of videos of you being very violent.
Oh, wait.
I know that you've done MMA in the past, but there's no reason to hit me. You attacked Jeff.
That's what you think.
And I don't know,
All the men out here, they want it.
They want it.
That's what they want it.
I would be scared, guys. I would be scared. I'm scared, and we work together, for God's sakes. But today we're talking about the hairstyles of Logan Paul, Tayler Holder, Bryce Hall, and Vinnie Hacker, because they all just fought recently, and everyone keeps asking me about Vinnie Hacker's hair. So we're going to talk about the hairstyles, my opinion on them, and this is going to be a show that we're going to keep progressing. We're going to keep, right? We're not going to give up on this, and we have some good ideas. Like, we want to be able to get all these TikTokers to do like virtual video calls with us, so we can have them engage with us, interact with you. And so we're not giving up on Hair's the Scoop. And let us know if you want to keep seeing these. We get a lot of great compliments about us working so well together, and that's true. And what can I say? So let's go with, you ready, Julia?
Yeah, I'm ready.
If you're not ready, we're going to cut this whole thing. I'll stop the whole thing right now.
No, I'm set.
You ready? Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So the first one is Logan Paul, which will pop up picture up on the screen. Okay. But Logan Paul, I personally, as a hairstylist, I like his haircut. It's a very modern mullet. You don't see, usually with mullets, it'll be like slick back or spiky on top, buzzed, and like really long in the back. But he has this like hardcore, that sweep he has, right? The blonde highlights he's got going on, and the sides are a bit shorter. It is technically kind of like a mullet, but it's an interesting hairstyle, and I think he pulls it off. I do notice, though, I don't know if you noticed this, when he's fighting, I don't know if it's because I think his hair is thinning a bit, right? You can see in the top back of the head and also the front, but every time he had his hair like wet, he was always shaking like this, like shaking the head, bringing the hair down, always covering up the front. Now, to me, that means like, I know why he's doing that. You know what I mean? And I can relate, but still, his haircut looks awesome. What do you think about the Logan flow?
I have a crush on Logan Paul.
What?
I do. A secret little crush. I love how you're asking me like my hair opinion, but no, I think he looks so good.
Yeah.
And just he was like so attractive throughout the entire fight.
Do you think that this looks better than like the mop top TikToker hairstyle?
Yeah, dead animal.
Dead animal.
We don't want the dead animal. No, this looks so good. I never thought I would be into a mullet, but recently I feel like so many people are pulling it out and looks so good.
Right. Like, what do you think of Jeff's mullet?
You did that, so obviously it's great.
It is, but it's a unique, weird, like, he was like, don't chop it off or else like you're gonna end up dead tomorrow, because like people are gonna like find you and kill you.
Australians.
That's right, Australians. But like, I like some of the mullets. I think something like what he has, definitely is a bit more, I'm sliding over it, there we go. Is a bit more like trendy, I think, and a little more like sophisticated in a sense.
Reserved.
No, it's just,
really,
to
I
me,
feel like sometimes a mullet is like really in your face. Like, I have a mullet. For him, it's not like in your face.
Exactly. So what do you say to your barber? What do you say to your hairstylist? First of all, to me, the one thing you have to understand is like it has a lot of flow to it, right? His hair really has a lot of layering, so it needs to be layered. It's shorter throughout the sides, and it works up into the top. The back is a bit longer, so you would think that it's just like a traditional mullet. What actually it does connect, and it's very intricate, I think, believe it or not. So show pictures. That's the best thing to do, is to show photos to the person cutting your hair and describe. So I want layers. I want it to be shorter on the sides, longer in the back. I want it to flow, have it a bit longer on the top. So the sides are the shortest part of the whole thing. Tidal Wave is probably the best hair product for this, to be honest with you. You can spray it in, let it air dry. I would say if your hair is straight to wavy, fine texture, medium texture, or density, that's perfect. So, all right, let's talk about now Bryce Hall.
Bryce Hall.
Bryce Hall, which is horrible. I keep sliding over.
I have no idea. He failed. He lost. You want to hear something funny?
He talks I
Such
did
a big
40
game.
plus street fights. First of all, as somebody who's ex-law enforcement, if you're getting into street fights, chances are you're being locked up somehow. Because if somebody calls and police respond for a street fight or something, some sort of fight or domestic dispute or something, somebody's getting locked up.
Yeah.
So if you've been in 40 street fights and if you've managed to escape them all, and never be found, then that's great. But you should be bragging more that you've been arrested 80 times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For fighting. So.
Well, it was so funny. So he said right after he lost, he's like, I never claimed I was a fighter. And then there was this video of him. It's like, I was in 40 street fights. I'm a fighter. And everyone's like, what?
I mean, they got to talk a big game for something this. It's all about publicity.
He made millions.
I know.
He is living his best life.
It's ridiculous. He got jacked up, the bloody nose. I hope he didn't get a broken nose. I mean, for God's sakes. But
I feel like you would have seen it in the eyes, the black and blue and stuff.
Yeah, but he got connected, and I think so about his hair. Everyone was joking around wow, we finally saw his forehead. You know what I mean? Because he's always got his hair covered up. So, I mean, I was also shocked when he first walked out because his hair looked very overgrown, right? I mean, you see the sides? The sides are just it's just he needed a haircut. I know, but you'll see the picture. It's just, it looked like he needed a haircut. I was very surprised to see how he walked out. It was just
I don't care.
An overgrown haircut. You know, I guess it probably wasn't the focus of it all. But the funny thing is when he did get hit a couple times, a lot of the memes or screenshots are his hair up and his forehead exposed, and it's oh my gosh, So, I mean, I wouldn't focus on that being a haircut that you may be trying to achieve. If it is, then that's awesome. But
yeah, it didn't look good. I was shocked. I feel like you want to look good for a fight.
Yeah,
but
a lot of the connection shots, it's his hair just flying all over the place, which is expected to happen.
Yeah, his hair's so long though. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how long his hair was. I feel like it was always pretty much stayed in its lane, and now with the fight, it's everywhere flying.
My hair stays in its own lane.
No.
You're looking up here. I'm talking about my chest hair. All right.
I was gonna say when we're on walks, sometimes he's like, Julia, I can't walk outside right now. It's too windy. I'm
It is.
My hair's too windy.
Exactly. All right. So Tayler Holder. Now we all know that he shaved or buzzed his head. And I know the individual, Mark, who cut it, because I've met him, I feel with him, super nice guy. He does a lot of these TikTokers and stuff. And me personally, even though he did a really gorgeous, beautiful fade on Tayler, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of this look for him. I know it's easy, but just I think that drop fade he did looked much better with the hair longer because it added a lot more character to the shape. But I'm just not a fan of this haircut on him with this type of fade for what he has. You know what I mean? It's again, Mark did a great job. He's very, very talented. It's just I don't know.
My favorite joke with girls is the worst thing is when a guy gets a haircut because they always get so short. It's so ugly, and it's for the next 3 weeks you just can't talk to them or look at them.
What?
Yeah, it's a joke with girls. When my boyfriend gets a haircut, I won't let him talk to me for 2 weeks.
Now this is a girl who tells me, oh yeah, keep the beard short and clean shaven, all the things I try to do to make you happy. And now you're complaining you don't like short hair. What? Julia, I can't
everything.
win with
Every
you.
second, I'm I don't like this anymore. I'm so picky.
I mean, God almighty.
The day I date someone is going to be the day the world ends. I swear. It's never going to happen.
Yeah, that's,
But it looks bad. I'm sorry. Tayler, you were good looking to a certain extent. I appreciated your looks, but you just look
Not a fan, huh?
No. It just looks terrible. And it's so mean, but it just looks bad.
It's a good haircut, maybe, I don't know.
Someone else.
I don't know. It's just.
No. You had nice long hair. You should have kept it.
Even if it's just a straight buzz cut, like a number 2 on the whole thing. And just But all right, so next, this is the one that everybody keeps asking me about, Vinnie Hacker. Okay, now Vinnie Hacker, I already did a haircut tutorial of his hair when it was a bit shorter, but now his hair is a bit longer and everybody seems to like it, and this is the shot where, everybody
he
was.
He looks good in that one.
He had his hair, tied back on the top, which I get it, because if you're fighting, you don't want your hair, and it did have a couple of the hair strands falling down. I mean, it's going to happen, but smart of him to kind of tie it back on the top half of it. So what's different now between what he had before? I mean, basically, it's just him growing his hair out from the previous haircut. You know, I mean, I think the length throughout the sides is probably to like the bottom of the ear. He has natural waves to his hair, so he's very fortunate in that sense. Everybody, you know, as you can see here.
Looks like he has like the surfer shag.
Yeah, it's literally, that's what it is, Julia.
What it is. Yeah,
that's
surfer shag.
Surfer shag. That's a new video we should do.
How to get the surfer shag.
Surfer shag, man. I mean, that's literally is what, Vinny, if you see this, bro, like.
You got the surfer shag.
Yeah, but, so, you know, having some layers is important, but also if you don't want layers, and if you have wavy hair, it's gonna naturally wave anyway. Anytime you get layers with curly hair, wavy hair, it's gonna wanna spring up a little bit, you know, and that could be a great thing if you wanna get more volume and texture in the hair. If you don't want that, then I would say don't get a lot of layers and just create more of like a lower layered shape, like throughout the bottom half, because it's not gonna add volume up here. It's gonna add more, like what I did on your hair. Yeah. I didn't create any like internal layering. I just created layers on the outside, like a face frame. So it just added some volume and a little bit of texture right there. Yeah. It looks gorgeous.
Thank you.
So the goal was, you know, I don't want to make her hair fuller on top, right? So instead, like with his hair or any type of haircut like this, if you don't want fullness on top, then you're better off leaving it longer throughout here and just some light texture throughout the sides and the back. Again, Tidal Wave would be like a perfect product for that type of look. You know, what do you think about the surfer shag? Like, it's kind of like.
I think for his style, he's very e-boy goth, so I don't associate it with that. I associate it with more of like, have you ever heard of someone, they're kind of like a puppy, like a golden retriever type? That's how I see that hair. It's like, oh, you're a little baby, you're cute. Him, that's not his vibe. But it doesn't look bad on him. I just feel like the hairstyle mixed with his vibe are like two different people.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, do you see that?
I kind of do. Like, I've looked back at some of his older photos. I mean, the guy's he was modeling, I think. I mean, I saw his hair really short, like a side part. Like I was like, oh my God, he looks like a GQ model.
Yeah, he's a good looking guy, 100%.
You know what I mean? But, you know, so let us know what you guys think about the hairstyles. And now Julia, as you've all seen, if you're not following us on social media, you know, she's very physical. She likes to beat people up, especially men, okay? You like to beat anyone in sight.
Where's this going?
You like to beat everyone in sight just because you're a fighter, okay?
Maybe.
You have been arrested multiple times for fighting. I've witnessed it.
Don't tell them that. Don't tell them that.
No.
Good thing I have a job.
What do you think about like Floyd Mayweather? I mean, one of the greatest boxers, taking on like the crossover TikTokers versus YouTubers. It's obviously like a play on content, a play on money. It's like crazy. It's
genius because you're making money, but it's an insult to the actual sport.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. I think it's genius. Obviously, everyone's going to want to watch your two favorite people beat up each other, one person you hate, one person you love. But so I can respect it from like a business standpoint. Genius, beyond
millions. They're making millions of dollars.
Hundreds of millions.
It's ridiculous.
But then I feel like it's extremely offensive to people that actually put their entire life into this, and it's like these little like scrawny kids like, I've been in a street fight. Like, what?
Do you know how many boxers, like people who take it like seriously, would die for a chance to fight Floyd Mayweather?
Oh yeah.
People who have been training in gyms like for years and years and years, and they're doing small circuit fights, and they're just trying to, I mean, most people won't even want to take on Floyd Mayweather, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like the chance to be able to like even go up, and there probably are boxers who can go up against Mayweather and do a decent job. Like, that's what I'm saying. But like Floyd said, he goes, I'm retired from boxing, I'm an entertainer now. He's entertaining, you know what I mean? So
and he's okay with it.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? I'm gonna go home, make $100 million
right.
in one night.
I almost thought, now I'm a bit older, right? And I've thought to myself, I would definitely do one of those, like I would fight, but my only thing with me is I know how I am when I get into a rage. Like I've punched holes in walls at like a nightclub, like a full solid wall. I was so pissed. I punched it so hard, and like everybody was just like, I know my strength, and if I get mad and angry, I'm like, I go into a rage.
When Steven gets mad, it's over nothingness, and I'm always like, Steven, why are we mad?
Yeah.
Let's calm down.
Yeah, and I think to myself, like, I would do it. There's one person that comes to mind who I would literally just want to. It's somebody nobody even knows who it is. It's not like one of these TikTokers, or it's an individual who has a YouTube channel that was very disrespectful to me many years ago, and it's disrespectful in a way like, oh, you're a bald guy. No, he disrespected me in uniform, saying that it was a fake picture, right? And I said, and it was like a Twitter battle, back and forth, and the guy is. You know what I mean? I'm getting a rage rate. There's one person I would fight. But other than that, I mean, it's like...
You should do it. The Salon Guy versus... tell us in the comments.
But yeah, I mean, like, do you want to see me in a rage?
Yes. I want to see you get in a ring and beat someone up. I know you wouldn't lose. 100% you would win.
Oh gosh. I would get Floyd Mayweather to train me. No.
I put my money on you winning.
Well, I don't know. It's.
See, when you've done everything.
Yeah, I have some self-defense training. You know,
I'll train you.
You could train me.
Right, here we go. Let's do it.
We'll get Jake and Logan to train me.
Oh yeah.
Floyd Mayweather. I'll get Conor McGregor to train me.
I'll do your hair.
You could shave the head. You could, But anyway, enough of that. What do you guys think about the hairstyles? What do you think about the fights that are happening? What do you think about Hair's the Scoop? Do you want to see more of this? I like doing it. I think it's fun, and we ultimately, if we can have like Matthew McConaughey, Tom Cruise, Bradley Cooper, Conor McGregor, anyone that we can have on, like not even physically because we're not going to want to do that, but I mean like even through a program like Zoom or something that they can be in on the screen, we can bring them in, get Logan Paul, any of these people, would you want to see that? That I would love to do.
That would be so cool.
I'd love to do that. You know what I mean?
It's like, why do you have this hairstyle? How did you get this hairstyle?
Like,
Who cuts your hair? What do you do? What do you use?
Is hair important to you? Like when I used to, you can even watch a lot of my videos when I used to actually go and interview people, I would ask them like, what's more important to you, hair, makeup, clothing? And I was like, they're like, whoa, man. Like I really made them think. And I have some interviews with some pretty big name people. So, go back and watch some of those, but I love doing that stuff. So let us know what you think. Thank you. Did you have fun, Julia?
So much fun. Tell us that you love this so we can keep doing it.
That's right. And stay away from her. All right, everyone.
I'm just like.
That's right. All right, see you.
Bye. Bye-bye.